In this video, let's use the map function of Python programming language. This function is very useful when we have one set of data, one array of numbers or strings or any kind of object, and we want to perform some transformation to map each element of one array to a converted to a transformed version of this element. So the output of the map function will be a new array, a copy of the original array, a new one, but each element will be transformed based in one function. So the map function has two parameters. One parameter is a function that performs the transformation of elements, and the second parameter is the array that will be utilized as input to be transformed, and the output of the map function is the new array that was produced, applying the transform function to each element of the original array. It's important to know that this function needs to receive one parameter and then has to return one value. Okay? So here in this example, we have one example that makes a transform based in one function programmed with the lambda syntax, a lambda function. That's a simple way to define functions. In this case, each element will be transformed to its version in uppercase. So here we have an array of names, and the goal of this example is to transform each element that's it's not written in uppercase to its uppercase version. Right. And then we have another way to use the map function. Of course, not another way, it's the same way, but here we define a function with lambda syntax that is a shorter way, but here we have one function that's a little more complex. It does not only transform each element to its uppercase version, but it makes a kind of transformation. It will set the last name first, okay, to set the last name first, the first name at the end, and you separe the last name to the first name using the comma. And of course, both will be also in uppercase, and then return the value. So sometimes you want to do a more complex function, and you want to have that separately, not here inside. So we could have one function defined outside, even in another file, and import the function, and then just pass the function name. Look here. Here we just pass the function name as the first parameter. Don't matter where this function was defined. We just pass the function name, and the mapping will happen in the same way. So if you execute that now, let's see here the output. The first example here is the original array. Okay, the first example, the values are the same, but they all are in the uppercase, is what we have done with the lambda function here. And the last part of the example, we have all names transformed. We have the last name, comma, and the first name, and we have that done for all names in the list. Of course, here we have just 3 elements, but this kind of map and reduce functions are available to process a lot of data. So if this array was a very long array, it will work in the same manner, in a very performatic manner. That's that for this video. Thank you for watching.